Hey, pre-algebra. Today we're just going to review lesson 9-6, where we were taking powers to a power. Like in situations like this, when you have something to a power being taken to another power, like 7 to the second power to the second power. Remember what you do in those situations is you multiply the powers, right? So this would become 7 to the fourth power. And today they want you to actually solve. So you can use a calculator to do that. 7, and then if there's a little caret button, so what you'll type in is like this. There should be a little caret button, and then put 4. And see what you get. Careful, it's not 28, it's actually 2,401. 7 times 7 times 7 times 7. You may use a calculator today for those big problems. Remember, if in your calculator, the caret button is your power button. So you'll type in 7 caret 4. Let's do one like this. Notice the power to a power again, so our base stays the same, right? And then 3 times negative 6 is negative 18. I can't go any further on that one because I don't know what K stands for. Okay, then they're going to give you problems that have more than one thing inside the parentheses. Remember, we have to take both these things to the negative fourth power, okay? So if there's more than one thing inside the parentheses, don't forget to do that both. So we're going to do negative 5 to the fourth power, okay? So I'm just going to write it like this, negative fourth power first. We'll fix that in a second. They want us to actually evaluate today, okay? And then g to the negative 8 power to the negative 4. So that'd be g to the positive 32nd power, right? Because two negatives times each other make a positive. All right, in your calculator, then you're going to type negative 5 caret negative 4. And then find out what that is. If you type that in, you get 625, right? And then g to the 32. Okay, one more. This one's got 3 pieces in the parentheses, right? You got this, this, and this. We have to take all of those to the second power. So negative 3 to the second power, in other words, negative 3 times negative 3, right, would be positive 9. Okay, that piece is done. A to the fourth to the second power. So in other words, a to the 8th, if I multiply them together, right? And then b to the negative second to this 2 power. So in other words, b to the negative fourth. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. And there's your full answer. Okay, let's do a couple right off of your worksheet today. Just a reminder that they want you to fully evaluate today. So pop those whole numbers into the calculator to do like 7 to the 8th power or whatever. You're going to get some pretty big numbers today. Let's do a few together. Let's do number 1. Notice I have 2 things inside my parentheses. I have a 6 and I have an x to the 5th. So we're going to take both of those to the third power. So we end up with 6 to the third power, which we'll solve in a second, and x to the 15th power. Now in your calculator, type 6 caret 3. See what you get for your 6 to the third power. That should give you 216 if you type it in. So 216 x to the 15th power for your first answer. Let's do another one. Let's do one that's got a bunch of pieces in the parentheses. Let's do number 10. Here we go. Let's take, this one has 3 different things in the parentheses. We're going to take all of those things to the third power. So negative 9 to the third power, which we'll fix in a second. M to the 9th to the third power. So we multiply the powers, right? So m to the 27th power. And then n to the 4th to the third power. So 4 times 3 is 12, so n to the 12th power. Now, negative 9 times negative 9 times negative 9, you probably could even do without a calculator. Negative 9 times negative 9 would be positive 81. And then 81 times negative 9 would be negative 729. So your final answer is going to be negative 729 m to the 27th, n to the 12th. There's your full answer, okay? I'll let you do the rest on your own. Just be careful. There's multiple pieces inside some of these parentheses. Take everything in the parentheses to the power that's outside of them, and you'll do well today, okay? You may use your calculator. Have a good rest of your day. Don't be afraid to contact me if you need some help today, guys.